So season 2 of NBA 2K26 is finally here, and honestly, I don't know how we got here, bro. I feel like that season really flew by. But we got the most recent top 5 builds that you guys should be making. I got everything from small guards to lockdowns to tall demigods to centers. I mean, you guys should know the drill, bro. If you've been around for a minute, you guys know every single season I try and do the top 5 builds of whatever 2K is out. So I need y'all to do me a favor real quick before we get into anything. I need y'all to hit that subscribe button, drop a like while you're down there, and turn that post notification bell on so you never miss an upload. And the chapters are below. So if you want to skim through the builds, again, I told you we got small guards, we got tall guards, lockdowns, pretty much anything you need if you want to, spice it up on this game. I got y'all. So we could go ahead and get right into it. All right, so getting on to our first build, again, we're going to start off small and go to tall. It just makes the most sense. So point guard height is going to be 6'1". Our weight is going to be 182 pounds, and then our wingspan is going to be 6'2". Make sure you copy these down exactly how it is. You guys might be thinking 6'1" guard is a little crazy, but I mean, if you've seen the way that some of these, guards are dribbling on a small guard, it's a lot of fun, bro. I have one of these builds. I haven't made a video on it yet just because I kind of use it for like proving grounds and stage when I'm just, playing the game. But trust me, you might want to make this build. So let's go ahead and continue and go to our physicals. Of course, we're going to go through these builds kind of fast. I mean, like the builder is a little bit long this year, so I mean, we could go through already. 91 speed, agility is going to be 79. Our strength is going to be all the way up to a 40, and then our vertical is going to be at a 75. So we could go ahead and start off with our shooting just because it is a point guard build. We are going to have a 94 3-point shot on this build. It's just mandatory on a 6'1", mid-range 84, and then our free throw is going to be up to an 85. So if you want to take this build to the rec or the 5v5 pro-am, you're going to have free throw. So 3-point shot 94. If you guys know anything about a 94 attribute on this game, when you could have a potential 99, we're going to be putting 5 cap breakers on 3-point shot to make it a 99. So all of these lovely shooting badges are going to go to the legend tier. So this is going to be Deadeye, Limitless Range, Mini Marksman, Shifty Shooter, and Set Shot Specialist. Now, if you don't have 5 cap breakers yet on this game, which I don't really know how you wouldn't, but it's really easy to get some caps. But if you don't, I mean, these are going to be on gold. Again, like gold Shifty Shooter, gold Set Shot, these work very well. And if you don't have cap breakers, you could just use max +2s. Like I definitely use it on Shifty Shooter or Set Shot. The rest of the badges like Mini Marksman, Limitless, and Deadeye, I wouldn't really prioritize max +2s or max +1s on them. That Shifty Shooter and Set Shot is going to be very, very good balls. So again, 5 cap breakers if you have them for shooter specialization or from the crew or your rep rewards. I mean, going into season 2, you should have at least a couple. 84 midi, not much to talk about here. I mean, doing some midi fades every now and then is going to be very, very good ball. We don't even have to worry about that. And then free throw 85, as I said, if we need to go to the rec or the 5v5 pro-am, it's going to be more than enough. So that's going to be it for our shooting. Again, we're going to go through it really, really fast. Pass accuracy, we got a 76 pass ac. Our ball handle is going to be a 92 if I could get it up there, and our speed with ball is going to be a 91. So 76 pass accuracy, we get all of the passing badges on silver like break starter, dimer, and versatile visionary. Now, obviously break starter is probably not a badge we're going to use much on a 6'1", but I mean, we're going to have a little bit of rebound at the end of this build. So if you get the rebound and your lock or your wing or your sharp is like for some reason cherry picking, you could go ahead and throw it down to them. But at the same time, I mean, you're probably only going to do that maybe a handful of times on this build lifetime. I guess it's still good to have. We got silver dimer. Now this badge is obviously going to be very important. You could max +1 or max +2 this to get it to gold or Hall of Fame, and with 76 pass accuracy, that's more than enough for you to quickly dot the corner, the wing, the top of the key, slip pop, a regular pop, whatever it is. I mean, like the dimer is going to definitely help them out on their open jump shots. Versatile visionary on silver, this is going to help with alley-oops, make the passes a little bit quicker. This is not something that I'd max +1 or +2, but having it on silver, it is more than enough. 92 ball handle, we're going to be putting a couple cap breakers on ball handle to make it a 95. I don't remember if it's 2 or 3 cap breakers just because it could be a +1 +2 situation. We're going to double check that at the end of this build. But again, we're going to make sure that this is 95, so we do get a couple extra badges, like handles for days on Hall of Fame and ankle assassin on gold. Obviously, that unpluckable is going to stay at gold, but regardless, this is so we could get all of the sigs that we need. And also, again, as I said, for that Hall of Fame handles for days. Now, if you don't have the cap breakers, that is going to be perfectly fine. Just because 92 ball handle, you're going to have Trae Young signature size up anyways. It's just more or less for the badges. I mean, silver ankle assassin is cool. If you guys watch my videos, you guys know that, bronze ankle assassin, even having it on that low, you just get crazy ankle breakers. So silver is going to be even better. And then when you have that gold with the cap breakers, you're going to be just fine. Handles for days, I mean, we know how stamina is on that game. Sometimes you have unlimited, sometimes you have a little bit. You know, just make sure you have your gym rat, make sure you have your Gatorade, and you should be straight. And then unpluckable. I used to say unpluckable was useless, but the blitzes in this game are kind of crazy now. So, I mean, like, plucks aren't really an issue, but I mean, having unpluckable is always good. So make sure you have a couple of cab breakers for 95, although it is not necessary. Speed with ball, we got 91 speed with ball, which is going to give us lightning launch on Hall of Fame. Now, we are definitely going to need to max +1 this to legend, just because on a 6'1" guard build, you're just going to want to have legend lightning launch, and it is going to be worth putting your max +1 on it so you could just zoom around the court. I mean, again, 6'1" is just crazy. So yeah, 76 pass accuracy, 92 ball handle, obviously with the cab breakers to go 95, and then 91 speed with ball. We could go to our defense. Our interior defense is going to be a 40. Perimeter defense is going to be all the way up to an 85. Steal is also going to be at an 85, if I could put it up there. Block is going to be a 56. Our O board is going to be a 39, if I could get it up there. And then our defensive rebound is going to be all the way up to a 60. So interior defense 40. Obviously, we're not going to have anything badge related here. And if you get a block on this build, you might be one of the greatest 2K players of all time, because 40 interior is just, you're not getting a block. 85 perimeter defense, though, we do have a ton of badges to talk about here. I mean, we got Challenger, On-Ball Menace, Pig Dodger on Silver, and then Off-Ball Pest on Gold. Obviously, you know, that's just a given due to some of our other attributes. But anyways, if you want to max +2 any of these badges, I would recommend On-Ball Menace. Challenger, not really, because you're a 6'1". I mean, you're going to get shot over anyways. And then Pig Dodger, you got 40 strength. You know, having this on Gold or Hall of Fame is not really going to do you any justice. So On-Ball Menace, just to get a couple more bumps, might be the play. But if you don't want to use any max +1s or +2s, 85 is still a good rating for your perimeter. And then Silver Challenger, Silver On-Ball, and Silver Pig Dodger, I mean, they're gonna get you through the day while playing defense. I mean, you should be all right. If you got good D, it's really gonna show with these badges. It's not gonna be a walk in the park like you're on a, you know, pure lockdown. So, you know, you gotta have a little bit of D to play D on a 6'1". Going down to our steal, we have an 85 steal, which is gonna give us Silver Glove and Gold Interceptor. Now, these two badges right here are gonna help you out quite a bit. I mean, obviously, plucks are still not too apparent on this game, but you could get a couple of blitzes now. But that Gold Interceptor is really what we got to talk about. I mean, if you're playing 3s or 5s, just, you know, play that lane and you're gonna get it majority of the time. Just make sure you have some steal boost, and maybe you can max +1 this to Hall of Fame if you want. But I mean, Gold Interceptor is still good with that 85 steal rating. I wouldn't recommend doing anything to glove just because the badge is kind of useless, but I mean, that's really up to you. We got a 56 block. Obviously, nothing to talk about here. We're not really going to be getting many blocks. We don't really have any badges because we are a 6'1" guard at the end of the day. 39 O board, we're never going to get an offensive rebound, but 60 defensive rebound with bronze rebound chaser and a 75 vertical. You guys might think I'm crazy, but when I use this build in the proving grounds and the stage for 3v3, sometimes I be getting some defensive rebounds, but if I just get a good running start and get a good jump animation, I do be getting it. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's gonna be it for defense though, and we could go ahead and round off our build with our driving dunk. I mean, our driving dunk is gonna be all the way up to an 87. Our standing dunk is gonna be a 28. And that's going to be it for this build. So we are going to have contact dunks on our 6'1". So we are going to get posterizer on Silver, Gold Aerial Wizard, 87 dunk plus the 75 vertical. I mean, you can't really go wrong. We get access to a lot of different dunk animations. And obviously, I think we get 1 or 2 contact dunk packages, but still. Silver posterizer, you guys could experiment with Gold or Hall of Fame with max +1 or max +2. Me personally, I don't think I put a max +1 on it or a max +2. I gotta double check. Again, I've used this build a couple times in the proving grounds, but you know, since we do have a 99 3-point shot, this is more or less like a 3 hunting guard, so you're not really going for contacts too often, but it's definitely nice to have. And then we got that Gold Aerial Wizard, so if you need to go for a self lob, if you for some reason play this build on the 1s or you're isoing on the 2s, I mean, just, you know, press square and X and time it, you should be straight. But again, there are a lot of different dunk packages that you could use with this build. It's just way too good, bro. And then we got a 77 driving layup. We get a couple of packages, obviously no, you know, signature packages, but we get like default small, default swing, things like that. Bronze layup mixmaster, bronze float game. I mean, they might help you out just a little bit. But this is going to be the first build. I mean, 6'1" guard can't really go wrong if you need a little stage, proving grounds 3v3 or 5v5 guard. Obviously, it might be a little bit too small for some people, but if you want to be super fast, go for some crazy clips like your small guard. I mean, I don't see why not. So going over this build one more time, we got an 87 driving dunk, we have a 99 3-point shot, 76 pass accuracy, 95 ball handle after the cab breakers if you have them, 91 speed with ball, 40 interior, 85 perimeter, 85 steal, 60 D board with a 91 speed. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys think about this build. We could go ahead and press options, press continue, and see what we got here. So we got the 2-way 3-point slasher. Our go-to badges are going to be lightning launch, which we are going to have that on legend. Mini marks marksman and limitless range, which those are going to be on legend as well if you have the cab breakers. Top attributes: 3-point shot, obviously that's going to be an A+. Our ball handle and speed with ball are going to be an A. Our strengths: elite shooter from D, but shake game is deadly, speed is game changing, pushes tempo effortlessly, and there's no big weaknesses to report. So I mean, a 6'1" guard with no big weaknesses to report, I mean, that's just going to be good ball. Again, for our cab breakers, we are going to have 5 on shooting, and then we're going to have either 2 or 3 on ball handle. I can't remember if it's 2 or 3 just because you guys know how the +1s and +2s work on some attributes, but you know, you guys are going to see that when you make the build. But that's going to be it for the 6-1. Again, comment section, let me know what you think about it, and we could go on to our next build. All right, so getting into our next build, this is going to be a 6'4" guard. We're going to go 201 pounds, and then our wingspan is going to be 6'5". So you know, we got the 6'1" out the way. Now we got a little bit taller. This is going to be a 6'4". Again, copy these vitals down exactly as you see them. We could go ahead and press X to continue. So our speed, we are going to have an 86 on this one if I could get it up there. Our agility is going to be all the way up to an 83. Strength, we are going to go with 51. Vertical is going to be at an 80, and that's going to be it. So make sure you copy those down. Again, pretty good physicals. You guys can see what we're doing when it comes down to it anyways. Our shooting, our 3-point shot, we're going to put it all the way up to a 93 if I could get it up there. Our midi is going to be an 83, and then our free throw is going to be at a 68. So 3-point shot, we're going to be putting 5 cab breakers on this to make it a 98. Now with a 98 3-point shot, we're going to have our set shot specialist on legend, and then the rest of the badges are going to be on Hall of Fame, that Deadeye, Limitless, and Shifty. But honestly, Shifty shooter, you could just put a little max +1 badge on it and it will be legend. I don't think you got to put your Limitless or Deadeye on legend. I mean, we talked about that on the 6-1. Me personally, I just don't think it's worth it. Now if you don't have the cab breakers left, 93 3-point shot is still going to be good for you. I mean, the badges on gold are still okay. They're not the greatest. Obviously, you know, legend is going to be a lot better, so it just might give you a little bit of motivation to grind for the cab breakers. But again, after you put 5 on the 3-point shot, you are going to have 98, so the badges are going to be a lot better. Mid-range shot, we have an 83. If you need to do some midi fades, spin jumpers, hop jumpers from the mid-range, whatever it is, if you want to look like Black Cobra, I mean, 83 midi, you are going to be able to do that with no problem. We got a 68 free throw. Now you guys are probably like, so can we not play 5s on this build? If you do want to use this build in the 5v5, whether that's Proving Grounds, Rec, Pro-Am, whatever it is, I mean, you might want to have a little more free throw on this build, but you're just going to have to adjust that accordingly. I mean, this build is basically just for 2s and 3s, so if you want to use this for 5s, you're just going to have to put more on there. Going on to our playmaking, our pass accuracy is going to be a 71. Our ball handle is going to be all the way up to a 90. And our speed with ball is going to be at an 86. That was way too much. I'm bugging out, I'm not gonna lie. 71 pass accuracy. We do have our passing badges on bronze beside Dimer. Break starter on bronze. I mean, we're probably not going to get that many rebounds on a 6'4". Basically the same thing as the 6'1". But I mean, I guess the badge is nice to have if you do get a random rebound and you do got to chuck it. We do have silver Dimer. If you hit your corner, if you hit your wing, your popper's doing a slip hop, whatever it is, it's going to give them a little bit of a boost to their open shot. Now you could put a max +1 or max +2 on this to make it gold or Hall of Fame, just to make it a little bit better, but that is really up to you at the end of the day. Me personally, I don't do it, but if you're someone who's really pass first, it is going to be an option. And we also do get versatile visionary on bronze, so any alley-oops that we throw, or like some, you know, nice little tight passes, they are going to get there pretty easily. Now 71 pass ac, you guys might think it is pretty low, but honestly, there's been a lot of creators this year, a lot of competitive players on Twitter saying that 71 pass ac is basically all you need if you don't go like 85+. So, you know, take that with a grain of salt. I know some of y'all are pass accuracy demons, but 71, in my opinion, it's good ball. Going on to our ball handle, we have a 90 ball handle, and we're going to be putting 2 cap breakers on it to make it a 92, so we do get that Trae Young signature size up. That's going to be very, very important. And then we also are going to be getting unpluckable on gold. We are going to have silver ankle assassin and gold handles for days. Now, honestly, you could put a max +2 on handles for days to make it legend. I think that would be a pretty good idea because I think I've done it on one of my builds and it did look like a pretty big difference. Silver ankle assassin, you don't really got to do anything to that because the amount of ankle breakers you get on this game is OD. Like, it doesn't matter if it's bronze, silver, gold. I mean, you're just getting crazy animations. And then unpluckable, I mean, there's not really that many plucks on this game. And blitzes you can't really control, like legend unpluckable is not going to stop you from getting blitzed. So having it on gold after the cap breakers, I mean, there's nothing much you really need to do. But these badges are a good ball on a 6'4". Again, the only thing I'd really do is handles for days. We got an 86 speed with ball. Now this is going to be very important that you save a max +2 for lightning launch to make it from gold to legend. 2K Labs has put out a bunch of different stuff regarding all the different tiers of different badges, you know, when putting a max +2 on it. In lightning launch, it seems that going from gold to legend is going to be very good, so I think you might as well do it. I'll put the little chart on screen so you guys can see it, and I mean, it is just good balls. So, you know, make sure to save a max +2 for lightning launch to make it go from gold to legend. I think you guys are going to be very happy with that. So we got 71 pass hack, as I said, 92 ball handle after the cab breakers, and 86 speed with ball. Obviously, max +2 on handles for days or max +2 on lightning launch. That is really up to you. Going on to our defense, our interior defense is going to be all the way up to a 71. Perimeter defense, we are going to have a 90 if I could get it up there. Steal, we are going to have an 85. So we do have a good amount of defense on this build. Our block is going to be a 62. Offensive rebound 27, and defensive rebound is going to stay at a 51. So going through our defense, 71 interior defense. It might not seem like a lot to you guys, but trust me, this attribute is going to allow you to get stops in the paint. I mean, if you're getting rim ran on, if it's a layup, it's not going to go through. I mean, there's a very high chance of it not going through. Obviously, there's some crazy animations out there, and some people might have like a 95 layup, but regardless, you know, if you're playing someone with like an 80 layup, 85, even 90, you should be able to get a stop in the paint. And if they're going for a dunk, maybe you can get them out of their animation. So 71 interior is going to be good ball. We got a 90 perimeter defense, which is going to give us a couple of badges. We got silver challenger, silver on ball menace, and gold pig dodger. Now, obviously, when you get more cab breakers down the line, I would recommend putting 1 or 2 of them on defense just so you could get that challenger on gold. But that really is going to be up to you. Again, you are a 6'4" guard, so you are going to be able to play some pretty good defense with these badges already. Before an extra cab breaker or 2, silver challenger, silver on ball menace, a great duo of badges. And then that pig dodger, I'm not gonna lie, you have 51 strength, so you're probably gonna get smacked around on a screen, but I mean, we're just gonna have to wish you luck on that one. We got an 85 steal. Now this is gonna give us silver glove and gold interceptor. I talked about this on the 6-1 build. It's basically the same thing. Silver glove isn't really going to do much for you since plucks aren't really a big thing on this game. You just got to go for blitzes and pray for the best. But gold interceptor, on the other hand, you know, if you drop for the lane, you should get it majority of the time. Just make sure you got steal boost and you should be straight. I mean, the amount of lanes I've seen on this game, even from like silver interceptor, it honestly needs to be studied, bro. So again, silver glove, gold interceptor, 85 steal, just very good ball. We got a 62 block. Now this might be a little bit OD, but you're on 80 vertical. If you jump, if you meet him at the rim when he's going for a dunk, maybe you could get a pretty cool block or 2. I mean, I've seen some crazy blocks on Twitter. You're obviously not going to be getting, you know, 2K21 current gen chase down blocks, but you might be able to get one every now and then. Going on to our rebound, not much to talk about here. I mean, 27 O board, 51 D board. We don't really have that many stats towards it. Now, rounding this build off with our driving dunk, we do have an 83 driving dunk, which is going to give us bronze posterizer and gold aerial wizard. But the thing about it is, on this build, you could just use 3 cab breakers and get this to a 93. If you guys don't believe me, just make the build and then go to the cab breaker screen. You could literally get 93 driving dunk on this build, which is insane. I mean, like, I can't believe with lower attributes that they allow you to do something like this. It makes some of the builds just way too overpowered. So make sure to, you know, put 3 cab breakers on this. This build is going to use 10 cab breakers, but obviously you could adjust this build to as many as you have. So I mean, the contact dunks that you're going to be getting are crazy. Obviously you have that 80 vertical, and aerial wizard is going to be on Hall of Fame as well. So I mean, just, you know, going for contact dunks, your meter is going to be huge. Again, you are a 6'4". You could even use this build on the 1v1 court if you want. I mean, that's really up to you. You do get, I think, 3 contact dunk packages with a 93 dunk. So you just got to cook up some crazy dunk package style, and you should be straight. Also put your standing dunk to a 31. I forgot to talk about that just because I was a little bit excited about that 93 dunk, but that's going to be it for this build. We also got a 75 driving layup, which is going to give us bronze layup mixmaster and bronze float game. Again, we get like 3 layup packages, I think, or like 2. I don't know, like you just get a couple. It's not like you get like 1 last year. So I mean, you could experiment with it a little bit, but this is going to be it for the build. I mean, it's looking crazy. 6'4" guard with a 93 driving dunk after 3 cab breakers, 98 3-point shot after 5 cab breakers. We got a 92 ball handle after 2 cab breakers, 71 pass hack, 86 speed with ball. We got 90 perimeter, 85 steal. We got a good amount of speed and agility. And then if you have any extra cab breakers left over, you should put them on perimeter defense. Y'all gotta let me know what you think down in the comment section for this build. I mean, it is just looking insane. Let's go ahead and press options to continue and see what build that we have made here. It is a 2-way 3-point slasher as well. And our go-to badges. Our first one's gonna be Hall of Fame off-ball pest, which we don't really gotta talk about. limitless range and deadeye on gold, which those are going to be Hall of Fame after the cab breakers. Top attributes, our 3-point shot is an A, ball handles an A, and perimeter defense is an A. And then our strengths, lights it up from deep, can stay chest to chest 94 feet, moves leave defenders lost, hard to chase in transition. And then the weakness is inability to pass hurts team play. Again, as I said, we're going to use 3 cab breakers on driving dunk to make it a 93, 5 cab breakers on 3 points and make it a 98, and then 2 cab breakers on ball handle to make it a 92. So, you know, if you have the cab breakers for it, I would recommend making this build, but if you don't, I mean, it is still a good base build to make on NBA 2K26. Again, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section on this build. We could go ahead and get straight on to the next one. Now, for our next build, we're going to see something a little bit different on this game. I'm going to be showing you guys a lockdown build, and I feel like not a lot of people are making locks on this game. People kind of just use their 6'8" point guard as a lockdown, which I respect. I mean, that's really a good option on this game, but at the same time, a lockdown could still work wonders. So shooting guard, 6'6", 224 pounds, and then our wingspan is going to be 7 foot. So, you know, copy these down exactly how they are, and we could go ahead and press continue. All right, so we could go ahead and go to our physicals. Of course, our speed is going to be at an 87. Our agility is going to be all the way up to an 88. Strength, we are going to put it up to an 82 if I could get it up there. I mean, the R1 is just not looking good. And then our vertical is going to be all the way up to a 77. So our strength, we're going to be putting 2 cab breakers on this to make it an 85. The first cab breaker is going to be +1, and then the second one is going to be +2. So, I mean, make sure you have that down exactly. And I mean, at the end of the build, obviously I'm going to be showing the cab breakers, but we could go ahead and go to defense. Since this is a lockdown build, I feel like it's a no-brainer. Our interior defense is going to be an 84. Our perimeter defense is going to be a 94 if I could get it up there. Our steal is also going to be a 94. I mean, of course. Our block, we're going to put it all the way up to a 78. O board is going to be a 46. And then defensive rebound is going to be a 66. That is way too much. O board 46. There we go. So we do have a lot to talk about when it comes to defense. Again, we're a 6'6" lockdown, 224 pounds. I mean, we should be straight with these attributes. 84 interior, we are going to get paint patroller on bronze and post lockdown on silver. But again, I mean, you're an 85 strength, 6'6", 224 pound shooting guard. You should have no problems putting your hands up in the paint. I mean, the only problem I would really see is if you're getting drop stepped by a post score, but I mean, like, not even other post scores could really stop that. So I don't really know what to tell you if you get drop stepped. I mean, just play better D. But 84 interior, I think you should be straight with everything else. Perimeter defense, we got a 94 perimeter. We got a shit ton of badges here, but if you have 5 cab breakers, you have an option. You could either put it on perimeter or you could put it on steal. I mean, that is going to be up to you. I personally recommend perimeter, but at the end of the day, this is going to be your build. So we got gold challenger, gold on ball menace, silver immovable, and gold pig dodger. When we put the cab breakers on for that 85 strength, we're going to have our immovable on gold, and then I would highly recommend putting max +2 to make it legend. Or I mean, if you have the 5 cab breakers, the badge is already going to be at a higher tier. But anyways, 5 cab breakers, if you put them on perimeter defense, obviously these badges are going to be on legend, like challenger, on ball menace, and pig dodger. And as a lockdown, I would highly recommend having these on legend. I mean, it's going to be up to you between perimeter and steal, as I said, but you know, again, just put them on perimeter. Do yourself a favor. Steal is kind of pointless. Anyways, if you don't have the cab breakers, these badges are still good. I mean, you're going to be able to play good D. You're not going to have the craziest stick in the world, because the on ball menace plus 85 strength is going to make you bumpy. And then the movable forcer is going to help you out as well. Now the contest, obviously we know how they are. You do have challenger, and then pig dodger, you should be able to get through plenty of screens. We got a 94 steal. This is going to give us gold glove and Hall of Fame interceptor. I personally would not recommend putting any cab breakers on this. I think you're chilling with that gold glove and Hall of Fame interceptor. As I said, just make sure that you have steal boost. You should be able to get lanes. And then for steals on this game, obviously you have to go for blitzes, because on ball plucks, they're just not happening. I'm going to be honest with you. Going down to our block, we do have a 78 block, which is going to give us silver high flying denier. Now the blocks on this game, they're not that crazy, but that 77 vertical is going to go ahead and help you out. So, I mean, if someone's going for a crazy dunk, I mean, just, you know, meet them at the rim and pray you get a block animation. I've seen some pretty cool blocks this year, so I think you should be straight, but obviously they're not going to be every single possession. We got a 46 O board, 66 defensive rebound. Now, you guys might think these are a little low, but I mean, we got rebound chaser and box out beast. So, I mean, the O boards, we're not going to be getting too many of them. Defensive rebounds, you're going to be jumping like crazy, because on this game, you really only need bronze rebound chaser on a build that's not a center, and you do get crazy animation. So make sure you have these stats exactly how they are, and you should be straight. That's going to be it for our defense, though. Again, 5 cab breakers on perimeter if you got them. Wouldn't do much to steal, and then all your other attributes are going to be really good ball. Playmaking, our pass accuracy is going to be a 65 if I could get it up there. ball handle 68, speed with balls stay a 72. That's really all you need on a lock this year. So 65 pass accuracy, we get break starter on bronze and dimer on bronze. Now, you know, your 66 defensive rebound plus bronze break starter, you should be getting some good animations down the court. They're not going to be some crazy footer 92 pass accuracy type animations, but you're still going to get the ball to where it needs to be, and that's really all that matters. We also do get bronze dimer, so if you're at the wing and your point guard hits you and goes for a dex, I mean, the dimer is going to be pretty good if he shoots an open shot. We got 68 ball handle and 72 speed with ball. In my opinion, not much to talk about. I mean, you could dribble a little bit, but you're not going to be going crazy. Our 3-point shot, we're going to go ahead and put it up to an 83 if I could get it up there. Our mid-range shot's going to stay a 73, and then our free throw is going to be a 58. So, I mean, we don't have a lot of free throw on this build. So, you know, taking this to the rec or 5v5 Perim, you're probably going to want to adjust this build a little bit, but this is going to be good for threes especially. 83 3-point shot. We do get a bunch of badges on bronze like Deadeye, Limitless, Shifty, and then Set Shot Specialist on silver. Now, if you want to put max +2s, I would recommend Shifty Shooter to make that gold, or Set Shot Specialist to make that Hall of Fame. I mean, that's really going to be up to you. Now, you shouldn't really worry about bases on this game since majority of tall guard bases are a low 3-point or mid-range requirement. So finding a jump shot should not be too hard. We do have a 73 midi. I honestly would not recommend taking too many midis. I mean, you might be using a jump shot that pulls you in the mid-range, so that might be a little bit unfortunate, but I think you should be okay. And then we got a 58 free throw. As I said, if you want to go to the rec or the 5v5 Pro-Am or Proving Grounds, you know, use this build for 5v5. You might want a little more free throw, so you got to adjust the build accordingly. That's going to be it for shooting though. You should be straight with these, you know, attributes. Let's go ahead and go to our finishing. We do have a 75 driving dunk if I could get it to there. Our layup is going to be all the way up to a 71, standing dunk 29, post control 45, and that's going to be it. So 75 driving dunk, I feel like that's low-key all you need on a lockdown. I mean, you don't need crazy contact dunks because you're not really getting the ball and run into the rim like that. This is more or less for like back doors, or if you catch the ball like in the mid-range and you just have an open dunk, or on the fast break. I mean, 75 dunk, you're going to get the packages that you need. We do get silver aerial wizard, so you could do some backdoor lobs out the corner or the wing. You do get bronze posterizers, so I mean, if you get a little bit of contact, you're going to have a little bit of an easier time getting your dunk off. But I mean, it's not like you're going to be doing 360 contacts, you know what I mean? So I mean, I still think 75 dunk is good. Driving layup, we got 71. This is going to give us float game on bronze. I mean, layups aren't going to be too good on this build, but still a little something goes a long way. So this is going to be the lockdown build. I mean, nothing crazy. This is a pretty good starter build if you're new to the game and your friends are like, yo, make a lockdown. We got 75 driving dunk, 83 3-point shot, 65 pass accuracy, 84 interior, 94 perimeter, 99 after the cap breakers, 94 steal, 78 block. We got a little bit of O board and D board, and then 85 strength after the cap breakers. I mean, honestly, not bad. Again, lockdowns aren't too popular on this game, but I mean, like, they still are in demand. So if you need one, I would recommend making this. Let's go ahead and press options and continue. It looks like we have created the lockdown defender. I mean, like, literally it says it in the name, bro. Our go-to badges: interceptor on Hall of Fame, off-ball menace on Hall of Fame, challenger on gold. Again, if we have a 99 perimeter after the cap breakers, these are going to be on legend. Perimeter defense is going to be A+, steal is going to be A+, agility is going to be A-, and then our strengths and weaknesses. Strengths: averages high steals per game, excellent perimeter defense positioning, explodes without tightening the frame, flies down the court. And then our weaknesses: predictable with ball movement and can be sloppy with the ball, which that makes sense. I mean, our playmaking isn't too high. Again, 2 cap breakers on strength, 5 on perimeter, and then the rest of your cap breakers, you could just put them wherever you want to put them. I mean, that's really up to you. You know, if you want a little more playmaking, if you want a little more dunk, you know, finishing, maybe even speed, agility, I mean, again, you could decide that for yourself. Let me know what you think about this build down in the comment section below, and we could go ahead and go on to our next one. This wouldn't be an NBA 2K26 top 5 build video without a 6'8 build, so we're gonna have a little 6'8 demigod here as well. Position is gonna be shooting guard. Our height is gonna be 6'8. Weight, we're going to drop it all the way down to 185 pounds. And then our wingspan is going to be 6'8". Make sure to copy these down exactly how they are, and we could go ahead and press X and press continue. So our speed, you know, physicals, obviously we got to start off with that. Our speed is going to be all the way up to an 89. We're going to be a very fast 6'8". Agility is going to be an 84. Strength, we're going to put it all the way up to a 60. If I could get it up there, thank you. And then vertical is going to be all the way up to a 75. So we could go ahead and go straight to our shooting. Again, it's like a guard build, so I mean, why not? Our 3-point shot's going to be maxed out at a 92. Our mid-range is going to be all the way up to a 94. And then our free throw is going to be a 98. So we have a bunch of shooting on this build, and we also do have a lot of other stats everywhere else. So you guys should be pretty happy with this build. Real quick though, we're going to be putting 2 cap breakers on mid-range. This is going to be very important. So we do get some of these badges on Hall of Fame. You know, Shifty Shooter and Deadeye is going to be very important, and then we could use some max plus ones if we want, whether that's going to be Set Shot or Shifty. It's really up to you. So make sure you got 2 cab breakers, so we have that 96 midi, so you could be shooting every single midi fade, midi hop jumper, midi spin jumper, literally whatever you want to do, it's going to be green bean. And then also we have a 92 3-point shot, which gives us silver limitless range. And honestly, on a build with a 92 3-point shot, it doesn't really feel much different from a build that has a higher 3-point shot, like, you know, 94, 96, 97, something like that. So I mean, you should be straight shooting at the wing, shooting at the corner, you know, getting a little bit deep at the top of the key, whatever it is, you should be just fine. We got 98 free throw as well, so if you do take this build to the 5v5 Pro-Am, the Rec, the Proving Grounds, whatever it is, you're just not going to miss a free throw. So make sure to have these exactly how they are. 96 midi after the cab breakers, 92 3-point shot, and 98 free throw. Going on to our playmaking now, our pass accuracy is going to be all the way up to a 70. Our ball handle is going to be at a 66. That is way too much. We got to put our post control back down. And then our speed with ball is going to be at a 71. Can we put it up there? Thank you. So you might be a little bit confused, but we're going to be using cab breakers if you haven't guessed already. Pass accuracy, we got a 70 pass ac, which is going to give us bronze break starter, bronze dimer, and bronze versatile visionary. Now you guys are probably like, why do we not have a 71 for that silver dimer and just a little bit extra pass accuracy? 70 is cool on a 6'8". I don't know why, but the taller you go, the better pass animations you get. That's just what I've experienced and a lot of other people have experienced on this game. So 70 is going to be good ball. Break starter might be used a little bit on this build. I mean, compared to like small guards on 6'8", you do get a good amount of rebounds. Throwing it down the court, I don't know if you're really going to do too much, but you should be straight. We got bronze dimer as well. If we dot, you know, the wing, the corner, whatever it is, they're going to get a little bit of a boost to their open shot, but it's obviously not going to be too much. And then versatile visionary, if we need to throw a lob every now and then, we should be straight. Going on to our ball handle and our speed with ball, we're going to be putting 5 cab breakers on ball handle to make it an 86, and then we're going to be putting 2 cab breakers on speed with ball to make it an 80. So if you guys remember on NBA 2K26, which you should know, I mean, like when you have an attribute that's like a 66 or a 71, you could put a couple cab breakers on it and it's going to make the attribute so much better. So 86 ball handle and 80 speed with ball are just what you're going to need on a build like this. You're going to get all the sigs you need that are necessary on this game, and you're going to get a bunch of badges. I mean, like obviously if you don't have the cab breakers, this is probably not going to be a build that you want to make. You might want to look for a different 6'8" demigod, because I mean, you're going to have no dribbling whatsoever, you're going to have no badges. But when you have the cab breakers to get that 86 ball handle, it's going to be really good ball. You're going to get literally everything you need. And then our speed with ball at an 80, we're going to get our lightning launch on silver, which, you know, you could just max +2 it to Hall of Fame, and you're going to be just fine. So yeah, as I said again, 5 cab breakers on ball handle, 2 cab breakers on speed with ball, and you're going to be just fine, as well as the 70 pass accuracy. Not bad for a 6'8". I mean, it's literally all we need. Going on to our defense, our interior is a 49. Our perimeter defense is going to be at a 94, if I could get it up there. Our speed is going to be at a 73. Block, we're going to have a 68 block, which is just going to be mandatory. Offensive rebound, our O board is going to be 60. Our defensive rebound is going to stay at 64, and that's pretty much going to be it. So 49 interior defense, I mean, not really much to talk about here. You are a 6'8" with a decent wingspan, so maybe you can get a stop in the paint. You know, if they're driving on you for a layup, a dunk, honestly, I don't really think you're going to be in good hands, but you got a little bit of interior to work with. Now, our perimeter defense, we have a 94 perimeter, which gives us a ton of badges, but if you have an extra cab breaker, we're going to put it on perimeter defense to make it 95, so we do get that Hall of Fame challenger, which then you could just max +1 it to legend. I mean, it's just going to be very, very good ball. But if you don't have any extra cab breakers, gold challenger, gold on-ball menace, and gold pick dodger is what you're going to get on this build. And again, I mean, 94 perimeter defense is still very, very good for a build like this. I mean, you're a 6'8", so if you're on the ones, you're going to be playing a lot of defense. If you're on the twos, a lot of defense. Threes, fives, I mean, you're going to be playing a lot of D everywhere you go on this build, you know what I mean? So the 94 perimeter is going to be great. Challenger, not the greatest badge in the world, but it gets the job done. On ball menace on gold, very good ball. Pig dodger on gold. You don't really have high strength, so you might get fucked on the screens, but you should be okay. We have a 73 steal, which is going to give us bronze glove and silver interceptor. Now, honestly, if you put a max +1 or max +2 on interceptor, that might be good for you if you're one to play a lot of lanes. I mean, silver interceptor is still good. I don't think I've experimented with, you know, putting a max +1 or max +2 on a badge like this. I mean, just buy steal boost and you should be straight. And then glove, I mean, literally nothing to talk about there. We got a 68 block, which is going to give us bronze high flying denier. Now, again, this is what I was talking about with the interior defense. You're a 6'8" guard build. If you're in the paint, I mean, like, just jump and pray, and maybe you'll get a block with this high flying denier. Obviously, it's not going to be super OP, but I mean, at least you have the chance to do it. We have a 60 offensive rebound and a 64 defensive rebound, so we can get both O board and D boards. We got bronze box out beast and bronze rebound chaser. And now if you haven't noticed, in the last 2 years, rebound chaser on like a bronze or a silver tier is just an insane badge on this game. I mean, like, you legit can't make it up. You fly if you get a running head start, and you get a lot of rebounds over some of the craziest builds you would have thought you'd never get a rebound against. I mean, I've seen some bronze rebound chaser clips against legit 7-foot centers. I mean, it's insane, bro. Just make sure you have the 60 O board and the 64 D board, and you should be straight. Now, to round off this build, going on to our driving dunk, we do have an 87 dunk, and that's going to be it for this build. This is going to allow us to get contact dunks on our 6'8". Now, obviously, we have a 96 midi and a 92 3-point shot. I mean, we're not going to be dunking the ball a lot, but since we are on a tall guard, and especially with the new dunk meter update, you should be going for a couple dunks every now and then. Like, you don't got to spam dunks like your Joe knows, but you know, you could definitely fit them in every now and then. We do get silver posterizer and gold aerial wizard, as well as a bunch of dunk animations, and I think 2 contact dunk packages, so you should be straight. I mean, I notice on a tall guard that you get a lot better contact dunk animations, but you really just got to be at the right place at the right time. But this is going to be it for the 6'8 demigod build. Pretty fast, pretty short and sweet. I mean, we got a bunch of different attributes to talk about. 87 dunk, 96 midi after the 2 cap breakers, 92 3-point shot, 98 free throw, 70 pass accuracy. We got an 86 ball handle after the 5 cap breakers. We got an 80 speed with ball after the 2 cap breakers, 95 perimeter defense if you have an extra cap breakers, 73 steal, 68 block, 60 O board, 64 D board with an 89 speed. I mean, y'all gotta let me know what you think down in the comment section below about this build. I really don't see any problems with it. Like, you can't really go wrong making a 6'8". And then this one is obviously one that, you know, needs a little bit of cap breaker. So we could go ahead and press options, press continue, and see what we have crafted here. So we got the 2-way 3-level score. Let's go ahead and look at all of the scouting report. Our go-to badges are going to be set shot specialist on Hall of Fame, off-ball pass on Hall of Fame, and challenger on gold, which that challenger is going to be Hall of Fame if you have an extra cap breaker. Our top attributes: free throw is going to be an A+, which that's a crazy top attribute. Mid-range A+, and perimeter defense A+. Our strengths: we're tough to get by on the perimeter, sticks to middies with no hesitation, hits deep shots defenders hate, and a transition nightmare. And then weaknesses: limited off dribble creation and drives end with tough misses. I mean, not bad for our strengths and weaknesses. Again, it's a 6'8 demigod, so I mean, this is the build that basically everyone is using. Not specifically this build, but you know, 6'8s in general. For our cap breakers, once again, you know, I like to leave it at the end of the build. We got 5 on ball handle, we got 2 on speed with ball, we got 2 on mid-range, and then 1 on perimeter if you have an extra 1. I mean, you legit cannot go wrong with a build like this. And we could go ahead and go on to our last build. So last but not least, we gotta fit a center build into the top 5 builds of NBA 2K26. Shout out to my guy Ragu for this build. I asked him, like, yo, like, I haven't played center this year, what's a solid center build? And he sent me this inside. So if you guys are looking for a center that can shoot, this is not going to be the place for you. This is going to be someone who wants to, you know, dunk the ball a little bit, but mostly play a lot of defense, pass the ball, things like that. So center, 6'9". Our weight is going to be 253 pounds, and then our wingspan is going to be 7'3". Make sure to copy these down exactly how they are, and we can go ahead and press continue. So our speed all the way up to an 80, if I could get it up there. Our agility is going to be at a 75. Strength, we're going to put it all the way up to a 91. Our vertical, of course, is going to be at a 90, which I mean is just very OD for a center. But 80 speed, 75 agility, 91 strength, and 90 vertical. Make sure to copy these down exactly how they are. And I mean, since this is a center, we could go ahead and start with our defense. So interior, we're going to put it all the way up to a 74. Perimeter defense, we're going to go ahead and go with an 84 for perimeter. Our steal is going to be all the way up to an 85. Block, we're going to have an 84 as well. I mean, the 84s are just very prominent on this build. Offensive rebound, we're going to go all the way up to a 96. That is way too much. 96, and defensive rebound is going to be at a 90. So for our defensive attributes on this build, I mean, we are a 6'9" inside center. We are going to need a lot of attributes. 74 interior. I wouldn't really worry about this low of an attribute when it comes to interior defense, because at the end of the day, we are a 6'9", 253 pound center. I mean, we're going to be getting stops in the paint, especially with that 84 block. But 74 interior, we do get paint patroller on silver and post lockdown on bronze. I mean, these 2 badges are still pretty good ball. But I mean, you guys might think the attribute is a little low. Just don't worry, make the build. You know, you're not going to get it yammed on. Guards are going to have a terrible time going up on you. You should be straight. We have an 84 perimeter defense, which is going to allow us to get a bunch of different badges on the defensive end. I mean, we get silver challenger, gold immovable, silver pick dodger, and bronze on ball menace. So if you do need to play defense on this build, if you get switched onto the guard, silver challenger, bronze on ball menace, you should be straight. And then you have an 80 speed as well. So just get bumpy. You're not the slowest thing in the world. You know, this is why you're 6'9", so you can move around a little bit. People shouldn't be scoring with ease on you. That's all I gotta say. We got an 85 steal, which is gonna give us silver glove and gold interceptor. Now, obviously, glove isn't really gonna do much for us on this game just because plucks aren't that crazy. But gold interceptor, I mean, max post won this to Hall of Fame if you want. Drop for the lane, play some lanes, do some crazy baits, and honestly, you're gonna be seeing a lot of lanes. It's almost like you have a little magnet in your hand, and the other end of it is on the ball. I mean, like, the amount of lanes I've seen this year, especially with centers, are insane, bro. They're a little OD. But the only thing I can really tell you guys is just make sure to have steal boost, because it really is one of the most important boosts in the game, obviously beside jump shot. Our block is going to be an 84. As I said, this is going to tie in with our interior defense. We got high flying denier on silver. Now, honestly, it might be worth putting a max +1 or max +2 on this to make it gold or Hall of Fame. Me personally, I wouldn't really know, but I mean, it doesn't hurt to just throw one on, try it out, and see how the badge is different. So silver high flying denier, pretty good ball on the silver tier. Again, you have a 90 vertical, you're a 6'9" center, just jump at the rim, just jump in the paint, and you should get a block every now and then. Obviously, it's not going to be OD like every possession, but you should still get some good block animations, especially a couple snatches every now and then. Our rebounding, we have a 96 O board and a 90 D board. We're going to be putting 3 cap breakers on offensive rebound to make it a 99, so we do get that legend box out beast and legend rebound chaser. I mean, these 2 badges are going to be very, very important when you are an inside center, because literally the only thing you got is your rebounding, you got pass accuracy, and then you got a little bit of dunk, bro. Like, you just got to make sure you got that 99 O board so you could just snag over everyone, especially with that 90 vertical. It's going to be good ball. Now, if you don't have the cap breakers yet, this is obviously going to be Hall of Fame box out beast and rebound chaser, but I mean, you should still be straight until you get your cap breakers. I forgot to say, we're also going to put 4 cap breakers on strength to make it 95, so we do get that brick wall on Hall of Fame. It's just going to be essential, so yeah, make sure you have those +4 cap breakers. So that's going to be it for our defense, so we could go ahead and go up to our pass accuracy. Obviously, on an inside center build, or basically any center build, we're going to have an 87 pass accuracy. Our ball handle is going to stay at 57, and then our speed with ball is going to stay a 50. So the only thing we really got to talk about here is the 87 pass accuracy. We got bronze bailout, which is going to be pretty important. We got gold break starter, gold dimer, and gold versatile visionary. So once you get that ball, throw it down the break. If you're on the 2s, just go ahead and throw it to your guard. You know, the gold dimer is going to come into clutch. That gold break starter is going to allow you to throw some crazy passes down the court. And then obviously versatile visionary if you do need to throw a lob. I mean, 87 pass ac, again, it's just mandatory on a build like this. And then especially if you're playing the rec, I mean, break starter, just throw that down, and it's going to get to the other end of the court. 57 ball handle, 50 speed with ball, nothing to talk about here. Going on to our shooting, we got a 41 midi. I don't know why it was so high. 3-point shot, we're keeping it the same, and free throw, we're going to bring it down to a 42. Again, this is an inside center, so we don't really got much to talk about when it comes to shooting, but you know, we could round this build off with our dunking. So 75 driving dunk, our standing dunk is going to be a 72. Why can I not make it a 72? Hold on. Driving layup, we got to bring it down to a 56, and then 72. There we go. And then post control 57. Perfect, bro. Again, like when you know, OD the attributes a little bit, you know, with your R1, sometimes you get attributes in other places. Anyways, we got 75 driving dunk on this build. We're going to get access to a couple of dunk packages that we are going to need. We do get bronze posterizer, which isn't going to do much for us, but silver aerial wizard, I mean, if your teammate throws you a lob, you should be able to catch it. Just make sure to time the right button as long as you're in the stage or the proving grounds, because after the patch, I mean, in your, you know, rec, theater, game modes, it's only one button, which I'm assuming is square or X. I'm not really too sure. Going down to our standing dunk, we have a 72 standing dunk, which is going to give us bronze rise up. Again, like on an inside center, your standing dunk and your driving dunk are going to be very important. So, you know, we got to make sure we have this on a 72. I'm pretty sure we get 1 standing dunk package or maybe 2. I'm not really too sure, but again, you just go to the paint, dead zone, R2, press square, and you should be straight. I mean, this 6'9" center build is not looking too bad. It's a pretty good starter build for NBA 2K26. If you just need something to set screens, pass the ball, dunk the ball, you know, get rebounds, it's literally just an essential at this point. So going over the build, we got a 75 driving dunk, 72 standing dunk. We got 87 pass accuracy, 74 interior, 84 perimeter, 85 steal, 84 block. We got a 99 O board after the 3 cap breakers, 90 D board, and then a 95 strength after the 4 cap breakers. So you only need 7 on this build. Not too bad, and you get pretty much everything you need. Let's go ahead and press options, press continue, and see what we have crafted here. It looks like we have made the physical lock and board big. our go-to badges. We got Legend Pogo Stick, Hall of Fame Rebound Chaser, and Box Out Beast, which those are obviously going to be on Legend. Our top attributes are going to be offensive rebound at an A+, that's pretty obvious. Strength is going to be an A, defensive rebound is an A, and our strengths. Major asset on offensive rebounds, absorbs and dishes out contact, cleans the glass defensively, a facilitator at center that all teammates want. And then weaknesses, floor shrinks when he's outside and doesn't have much of a mid-range game, which makes sense. I mean, we're an inside center. Again, I like to tell you guys the cap breakers one more time. We got +4 on the strength to make it a 95, and then we got +3 on O board to make it a 99. I mean, that's going to give us Hall of Fame brick wall, and then Legend Box Out Beast and Rebound Chaser. Again, y'all gotta let me know what you think about this build down in the comment section below. And that's gonna be it, bro. We could go ahead and wrap this video up. All right, so that's gonna be it for the top 5 builds of season 2 of NBA 2K26. Again, we got a little bit of a variety when it comes to these builds. We got small guards, we got lockdowns, we got tall guards, we got centers. I mean, whatever you need, whatever you want to try on this game, I mean, there is something for you. There's something for everyone, and that's really what matters. Again, any of these builds, if you have any critiques to them, if you think that they could be made differently, just let me know down in the comment section. It would be very helpful, because people go down there, they look like, oh, I could put an attribute there, I could remove one there. Honestly, it might make someone's day a little bit better. Anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy the video, man, and it did help you out. If it did, or at least I gave you a template, please show me by hitting that subscribe button, dropping a like while you're down there, and turning on that post notification bell so you never miss an upload. I hope you guys had a great day today and a great rest of your day. I'm gonna catch you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.